In December 1972, a 65-year-old Austrian police chief died completely alone in a hospital bed. When his youngest son received the frantic phone call in California, he didn't shed a single tear. He didn't buy a flight home for the funeral. He simply hung up the phone and went to the gym to train his legs. That son was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fact number 1. Party member number 8112604. The biggest secret Arnold spent years trying to bury on his path to the California governor's mansion was his father's true military past. In official biographies, Gustav Schwarzenegger was just a strict rural policeman, but digging by the Simon Wiesenthal Center unearthed an apocalyptic truth. On May 1, 1939, Gustav voluntarily applied to join the SA, the notorious Brown Shirts. Later, in 1941, he officially became a member of the ruling party under the chilling ETD number 8112604. Serving in the 521st Military Police Battalion, he marched all the way to Leningrad before being severely wounded in August 1942. There is a persistent, dark rumor in Washington that during the 2003 recall election, Arnold's political fixers paid massive sums to European operatives to sanitize open Austrian archives, specifically searching for Gustav's field reports that could implicate him in wartime atrocities. But Gustav's dark past was just a prelude to the psychological warfare he waged inside his own home. Fact number 2. 50 squats for a glass of milk. Post-war childhood for Arnold and his older brother Meinhard was less a family environment and more a brutal social experiment. They lived in house number 145 in the village of Thau, a decaying building with no central heating, no plumbing, and, until 1953, no electricity. Appointed as the local police chief, Gustav brought his military ruthlessness into the living room. Réveillé was strictly at 5 a.m. Before the boys were allowed to eat breakfast, they had to earn it. 50 squats, 30 push-ups, and a morning run. Arnold later confessed, "He pulled my hair, he hit me with belts. He wanted to break my will." According to dark rumors from local neighbors, Gustav would force the two young boys to physically fight each other for their lunch portions, deliberately separating them into a winner and a loser to breed primal, ruthless aggression. Fact number 3. The secret paternity test. If the physical abuse was severe, the psychological torture was absolute. Gustav openly worshipped his eldest son, Meinhard, born in 1946, seeing him as his perfect athletic successor. Arnold, born in July 1947, was viewed with open disgust. Gustav would regularly and publicly mock Arnold for being weak, ugly, and looking nothing like him. According to records unearthed by biographer Wendy Lee, Gustav was so consumed by this hatred that he secretly demanded his wife Aurelia undergo blood tests at a hospital in Graz to prove Arnold was an illegitimate child. The constant public humiliation and accusations of being impure inflicted immense trauma. Arnold didn't start lifting heavy weights and freezing basements to win trophies, he did it to forge an impenetrable armor against a tyrant. Fact number 4. The midnight break-in at Graz. By the time Arnold turned 15, his obsession with building physical armor terrified even his mother. Gustav explicitly forbade him from going to the gym more than 3 times a week, viewing his obsession as a mental illness. So, Arnold resorted to criminal extremes. On weekends, when the Liebenauer gym in Graz was officially closed, the teenager would bike 5 miles in the dead of winter, smash the facility's glass windows, climb inside, and train in the pitch black at near-freezing temperatures. It was so cold, my hands would freeze to the barbell and the skin would tear off, but I couldn't stop, Arnold later admitted. There is a deeply rooted rumor among Graz locals that the city police, Gustav's own colleagues, caught Arnold breaking in one night, but quietly buried the police report to avoid humiliating the chief of police. Fact number 5. The AWOL tank driver. By 1965, the 18-year-old was drafted into the Austrian army. forced to serve as a driver mechanic for a massive M47 Patton tank in the 4th Tank Battalion. It was the ultimate trap. The strict military command was exactly what his father wanted. But the Junior Mr. Europe contest was taking place in Stuttgart, Germany. Knowing his commanders would never let him go, Arnold committed a severe military crime: desertion. He snuck over the barbed wire fence of the military base in the dead of night, boarded a train to Germany with no papers, and won the competition. The verified aftermath is staggering. Upon returning, the future Terminator was immediately arrested by military police and thrown into solitary confinement for 7 days, surviving on nothing but bread and water. But while Arnold was literally breaking out of prison to build his empire, his golden boy brother was spiraling into the abyss. Fact number 6. The wreckage on Route B170. When you hand one child absolute approval and destroy the other, tragedy is guaranteed. Meinhard, the beloved eldest son, buckled under the suffocating weight of Gustav's impossible expectations and turned to the bottle. On the evening of May 20th, 1971, a 24-year-old Meinhard got behind the wheel of his Volkswagen Beetle highly intoxicated. He lost control on Route B170 near Kitzbühel, violently wrapping the car around a telephone pole and dying instantly. Arnold, who was already living in Los Angeles and wearing the crown of Mr. Olympia, made a chillingly calculated decision. He refused to buy a plane ticket and completely skipped his only brother's funeral. A deeply shocking rumor circulated among the regulars at Gold's Gym that when asked about his brother's passing that day, an unfazed Arnold simply replied, "He's dead, he doesn't care anymore, and today is leg day." Fact number 7. The empty hospital room in Weiz. Arnold successfully erased his brother, but the ultimate act of cold-blooded detachment happened 19 months later. On December 13, 1972, a 65-year-old Gustav Schwarzenegger suffered a massive stroke and lay dying in a local hospital in Weiz. Days prior, Arnold's mother Aurelia had called California in hysterics, begging him to fly home while his father was still breathing. Arnold coldly refused, allegedly claiming he was too busy prepping for a movie role to waste time on a transatlantic flight. Gustav died completely alone. Whispers in political circles suggest that Arnold later hung up on his weeping mother, telling her, "Don't call me again until it's over." Later, it was rumored that Arnold's elite legal team aggressively pressured publishers to scrub any detailed history of Gustav from his authorized biographies, effectively deleting his creator from the story of his success. Fact number 8. The father swap. The rarest, most terrifying fact of this psychological war is that Arnold didn't just erase his father, he found a living replacement and entirely rewrote his own genealogy. In the late 1960s, Arnold met his idol, 3-time Mr. Universe Reg Park. The British athlete essentially adopted the ambitious Austrian, inviting him to live at his family estate in South Africa. Park taught him business, etiquette, and charm. Bodybuilding historians noted a disturbing mental shift. Arnold began publicly referring to Reg Park as his true father, entirely ignoring Gustav's existence. There is a chilling rumor that during a private family dinner in Johannesburg, Arnold looked at Park's wife and stated, "My biological father in Austria is just a genetic mistake. My real family is sitting at this table." He didn't just survive his trauma, he completely rewrote his reality.